In a move that is disappointingly typical of boxing, Terence Crawford has been stripped of the IBF welterweight title less than 4 months after unifying the division.
That's pretty much it. I wanted to thank
His 9th round stoppage of Errol Spence in July saw him add the IBF title along with the WBA and WBC titles to his WBO title, cementing his position as the #1 guy in the division. The IBF quickly ordered him to face their mandatory challenger, the interim champion Jaron Ennis, who has now been elevated to full champion. That's because Crawford will fight Spence again, because both men had a rematch clause embedded into their first fight contract. It may seem like a fair decision in one sense. The IBF don't want to hold up the division while they wait for the Crawford-Spence saga to play out. But Spence had only made one IBF mandatory defense, and that was back in 2018. Following that, Spence defended the belt 7 times, not once against an IBF mandatory challenger, and had 2 layoffs, each of over a year. The IBF failed to name an interim champion during either layoff, so why they named one this time, and why they won't let Crawford do exactly what Spence did multiple times, is anyone's guess. And to the heavyweights, the unified 3-belt champion Oleksandr Usyk is certain that he will beat the WBC champion Tyson Fury when they meet in February. He's just not completely certain that the fight will actually happen.
I'm not 100% sure. I will be sure when I'm in the ring. I will stand in one corner, Tyson Fury will stand in the opposite corner. Between us, a referee in a white shirt, and only when I hear the sound of a bell, that's when I'll understand that yes, the game is on.
The two had agreed to a bout to be held in Saudi Arabia this December 23rd. That was until Fury changed his mind following his shockingly close split decision win over the former UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. The Predator wasn't expected to give Fury too tough a time in what was the Cameroonian's first boxing match. But the Gypsy King was knocked down in the 3rd round and was taken the distance before winning the split decision.
I think that Tyson Fury underestimated Francis Ngannou, and Ngannou did a good job in the gym and then showed a good level of ability in the ring. Very few people believed in Ngannou. Even when I was asked about him, I replied that he's not enough. He will be different with me. I think he will come to some conclusions after this last fight. But again, I absolutely don't care how he'll behave. What I care for is how I will behave.
With Fury versus Usyk being pushed back, former 2-time unified champion Anthony Joshua and the former longtime WBC champion Deontay Wilder are stepping up to fill the space at the Saudi Arabia extravaganza in December. Just a shame they aren't fighting each other. AJ looks set to headline against Otto Wallin, whose only loss was a decision to Fury in 2019, in which Wallin nearly stopped Fury with a nasty gash over Fury's eye. And Wilder's co-main event looks set to be against the former champ Joseph Parker, who was the first man to take Joshua the full 12 rounds. With any luck, the winners will then face each other sometime next year. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.